girls and boys. Today we're going to read a book called Mummy Wears a Mask. It's a monster's guide to life in a pandemic. This book was written by Laurie, Theurer, and Katie Lee Cox. So they wrote the words. The illustrations were done by Maria van Bruggen, so she drew the pictures. Mummy Wears a Mask. This book was written for all little monsters. A virus arrived in Monster Town within a week. Boogeyman was coughing. Yeti was sneezing. Werewolf was wheezing. This caused a monstrous meltdown. But Mummy Mayer knew just what to do. Don't panic. Wash your hands. Keep your distance. And wear a mask. A mask? Yes, a mask, said Mummy. I never go anywhere without mine. It's protected me through plague after plague after plague. But the other monsters weren't so sure. Serpents and spiders, said Witch. How can I say my spells clearly through a mask? You only use cauldron or spells when you're at your cauldron. You don't need a mask inside your own home, said Mummy. Besides, I always wear a mask, and you understand what I say. Murgavskth, said Ogre. No, I don't have any ketchup, said Mummy. Do our masks go in our mouth? No, they do not. A mask should cover your nose, your mouth, and your chin, and it stays on your face, and we keep the ear loops on our ears. Zombie gave a double thumbs up. When the left thumb fell off, he knew just how to tie it back on. No, 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 said Mummy. You wear them over your mouth and nose, like this. So she's putting it up. She wants it over his nose, and under his chin, and over his mouth. I don't want to look weird, said Vampire. No one will see my beautiful face and wonderful sharp fangs. Suffering scarabs, said Mummy. Isn't it better to look silly than to get sick? Achoo! Blob sneezed. Oh no, howled Werewolf. Blob has the virus. Now, just because somebody sneezes does not mean that they have the virus. Just because somebody coughs does not mean that they have the virus. There are still plenty of other things out there like the flu or a cold that can make somebody cough or sneeze, or even just allergies. Quick, get Blob a mask so he won't spread the virus, said Mummy. Now that is important. Everybody should wear a mask just in case they have it. The only problem was nobody could find Blob's mouth or nose. We don't have enough masks to blanket all of Blob, said Vampire. What should we do? Toil and trouble, cackled Witch. I have an idea. Well, that works, I guess, said Mummy, but does anyone else feel a bit cold? They wrapped him up like Mummy, didn't they? Mummy's Guide to Wearing a Mask. A virus is in town, and you might have to wear a mask when you go out of your home right now. If the mask is uncomfortable, try sewing buttons onto a headband or a strip of material and then attaching the mask straps to the buttons. Ask an adult for help. Other people will be wearing masks too. That can look a little scary. It might also make it hard to recognize people you know. Don't worry, it's still them behind the mask. Look for other ways to recognize them, like the color of their eyes, a tattoo, or their big ears. Everybody can hear you talking through your mask. Stop shouting. And unless you're an ogre, don't eat your masks. They're chewy and full of germs. So that book was called Mummy Wears a Mask, and it is definitely a fiction book because none of those monsters are actually real. Fiction means fake. Thank you for reading Mummy Wears a Mask with me.